Hello everyone, Dan 14th Prime here. I want to do a video share out today with you guys on the Iron Studios Art Scale 1/10. This is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but available at Sideshow here in the States. This is the Bane statue. Again, pick this up from Sideshow, link in the description below. This piece, along with the Ghost Rider, were some of the exclusive pieces they had up on the website during San Diego Comic-Con, and this piece is still available. I believe it's like 115 bucks. This is from the DC Comics series number 4, and all of these draw artistic inspiration from Ivan Reis. And you're just checking out the box here. Very cool artwork across the front that just wraps across all 3 front sides and panels. And then you get a picture of the statue there on the back. And here you have Bane. We'll keep him spinning just to get a bit of an overview. The sort of walking, forward lunging a bit pose. He's got the cowl of Batman. Very cool in the right hand there. There's a swap out piece for that I'll show you. The whole sculpt and musculature is awesome. He's got vascularity, veins, got great muscle density, sort of all etched in there all the way through the arms and the back. Looks really great. Good comic book use of color, I think. It's simple, of course. You just have the black, but you've got some shades. Certainly the boots are more of a gloss, but with some mud on the bottom. Then the whole outfit is more of a matte. But the skin tone, I think, looks really good. The face with the white, with the dirt around it, looks fantastic as well. And the cowl, just the weathering across the cowl, all look really great. And then he's got the big sort of neon green, Venom feed line, which looks very cool as well and is a nice contrast to the piece overall. So very cool. Again, 1/10 scale. My first 1/10 scale piece. I mean, I'm quarter scale to 1/3 scale and statues at the moment, but I think the idea of getting some Batman lined up and some rogues at this type of scale that doesn't use too much space and cost too much money is real appealing. And as another DC villain, I know they've got another convention exclusive of Doomsday that will be one of their next pieces, and I'll be looking to check that piece out as well. Looks very cool. You can check that out on Sideshow. Again, link down in the description below. I just want to give you like the 4 corners, if you will, spin around from the main angles. Here you got a profile. Again, huge right arm, and you see just the musculature and the vascularity in there with the veins and really good shading that helps bring all that out as well through that right arm. Looks really, really cool. That really dominates this profile of the piece. And then you go down, of course, you get the cowl hanging, which is very cool. And then the base, you've got like this metal platform, which is cool. It's like got the diamond textured in, yet you're in the cave. There was some stalagmites there. So I don't know if that would like be him in the Batcave maybe, or what the significance is the cave is necessarily. Here when you're more straight on from the back, and it's probably worth going up a bit higher because he's got a bit of a hunch to him, but we'll stay straight on here. You can see the whole Venom tube kind of coming into the back of the neck, which is cool. The musculature across the back. You can see the nice shading across the belt there, kind of like gunmetal and worn. Nice matte finish really across the entire suit. The gloss, kind of tactical or military boots with some mud on the bottom, and then the back of the base there, and it's got a hexagonal, kind of 6-sided pointy base. From this angle here, lots of layers and just like depth to the piece, which is cool. He's got the big left arm reaching out there. Again, all the great musculature we saw on the other arm with, of course, the Venom accents going through. Big hulking hand. We'll go and take a closer look at that. Maybe I would have a nit on like the fingernail paint. You see the head looking back. Again, the red eyes, I think the white with the wear through it looks really cool. It's got great stitching on the top as well. We'll take a look at that. Some might complain that because of the pose, it makes it a bit hard sometimes to just sort of find what's the right angle, but at the same time, that dynamic element of the piece is also what makes it really cool, and it kind of looks cool from all different angles. And it's not hard to keep a piece like this moved around for different display options. But there you can see the stride he's taking. You can see all the bunched up material of the pants, going into the boot, the zipper on the inside of the boot. And again, just some more detail on that base. And then here, an angle of the front, him pretty much square up with us. You can just check out the chest, just like super shredded through there in the pectoral muscle area. Again, this side of the mask you can take a look at. Red accent there on the the belt buckle. Some of the musculature shows through the legs and the thigh. And then you just get the front end angle of the boots and the base here. See the cowl pretty well there as well. All that nice ripping and wearing down to the end of it. We'll dive in closer. A couple things here. Again, the fingernails I mentioned, really glossy looking. So kind of strange. Probably like as glossy as the boots. You can see the thumbnail there hopefully showing up pretty well. Very high gloss. And also just on the left hand, trying to get that elevated a bit. It's kind of underneath the hand, but again, the thumb is the glossiest. The fingers don't look quite as bad, but weird. You'd expect those to be maybe dirtier, grimier, not glossy. Again, he's got these big hulking shoulders and traps, so I just want to come on top of the figure a bit so you can kind of take a look at how that comes together up around the head, and hopefully you can see some of the stitching all the way through the kind of center seam of the mask. That looks really cool as well. If I haven't mentioned, be sure to check out my Instagram page, same handle, Dan14th Prime. I've got, I've had some pics up of Bane here for a day or two now at least, so be sure to jump out, follow me out there, and you'll always see these types of things up on Instagram usually before I can get them out on YouTube. But really cool how it just ties the shoulders into the chest. I think the anatomy work here is phenomenal. And even the tank top, even though it's sculpted piece, you still get a sense of the tank top, on top of the chest and on top of the shoulders and having like a layer effect there and how it sits across the shoulder section. So very, very cool with the shirt and how that works on top of all this muscle. And let's just be sure to get a really good look at that face. Again, there's even some nice wear on top there with the stitching and how it's creased in. You get the brown dirt across the face. It's all one piece. The whole body is one piece. Only the hand here is a separate swap out because you can do it without the cowl, which is nice. That's one advantage of 1/10 scale. You have really no issues with pieces and seams, things like that coming together to ruin the effect of the sculpt. But yeah, this head looks very, very cool. Now, I've mentioned the right hand swap out, which is here. Again, you can take a good look at that. It's cool. I mean, the glove, it's got all the stitching lined up through it. It's got some kind of knuckle pads on it. There's the fingernails. Still a kind of glossy thumb, but actually not as bad as the one on the figure. Lots of good detailing inside that fist there with the knuckles and everything. But yeah, you just, pop it off like this. And you're just kind of pegging this on with a magnet like so. And it's guided that it's only really going to fit one way, securely at least. You can take a look at that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't ever use the cowl, but if you prefer, you have the option to exclude the whole Batman cowl. So I have it, guys. The Iron Studios Art Scale 1/10 DC Comics Bane. Really happy with this piece. Very cool, very affordable, and doesn't take up a lot of space. Again, link in the description below. To my knowledge, he's exclusive to Sideshow, so that's where you're going to want to go to pick him up. You'll find my Instagram link down there below, as well as my Amazon page. Any shopping you do through those links supports the channel, no cost to you, and I very much appreciate that. Be sure to drop a like and a comment before you get out of here if you liked the video. Thanks for checking out the video. I'll see you next time.